Fellas, how's it going? What's good? Today, we're back with a banger. Last week was quite the slouch video. My bad, fellas. Like I said, I explained towards the end. Got tied up. Either way, we're back. We're going back to our gym for this week. At least for this week's video. Yesterday I was over at her gym, and it was very nice. You know what I mean? Not gonna lie. Got a good chest day in. But today I'm either gonna hit legs or back. I'm not exactly sure. I know it's like, how don't you know? But I'm not gonna lie. Sunday I kind of went a little bit more bicep heavy with chest. But yesterday I went a little bit more chest heavy again, but more back also. So I don't know. Either way, fellas, it is Tuesday. I should be hitting legs, but I'm probably going to hit legs. I'm not exactly sure. I guess I'll figure it out when I get there. I hate to be indecisive. I probably should know this. But, what I'm getting at here is whoever's in the gym, I'll see what everyone's doing. I don't know. I haven't seen the fellows in probably over a week now. If they're doing something, I wouldn't mind working alongside them. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at, kind of. But either way, fellas, I'm pulling up to the gym right now. So,
alrighty, fellas. So we got coming in here. Obviously we're starting off with our squat. I was doing 225 for just starting out with reps. I did come out pretty hot, I will say. Usually I do my little warm up set, but for some reason, you know what? I said 225. Here we are. Also, sorry for the camera angle. It does get a little bit better, I will say. But it is, like, over in the squat area, it's so weird because it's pushed against the wall. So, it's hard to get a good angle over there. At least a face front view. I'm not trying to give you guys back shots for, pause. I'm not trying to give you guys back shots all the time. And, pause. We'll move on. Either way, we come in now. We're doing 245. I believe I do this for 10. I'm not exactly 100% sure. But getting down and deep, not throwing form or anything as we get higher in weight. That's, going forward, that's kind of like my biggest thing. It's just trying to keep form, and eventually then we'll flip over and push more weight again. But as we're trying to build more weight with compound lifts, I just want to really focus on just doing the proper form. That way I can, keep putting more weight on, and honestly, I'll progress a lot quicker, by using just the proper form completely. Obviously, you should always be doing the proper form, but what I'm getting at is, sometimes I think it's common problems. Right here's 315. I want to say, look at the plates were sliding off. I forgot to clip them. I can't even believe I did that. With that plate that far off, that was off by 3 inches. I didn't even realize that till I seen the video. But either way, going forward, throw the clips on, because I felt like I had another 2-3 reps in me. It just got real heavy, and I was wondering why, and it's because the plates were sliding off. Either way, we come over here and we finish off with 225, for reps and stuff. But back to what I was saying about focusing on form is I really am focusing a lot more on my form. If something ain't feeling right, I just take a step back and not just try and push through it to get the weight up. Which for a while, when I was in 315, I was just so, and that was for benching. But back when I was trying to hit 315, all I cared about was the weight moving. So any way possible to move, I was trying to move it. Which took away from a lot of form and aspects. You know what I mean? And now I'm paying for it in the fact, I had to go back and retrain myself in a sense, because I was just so worried about always putting the weight up. I lost sense of form in a sense. So I had to rework a lot of things. But now as we're getting back into the bigger weight and stuff, at least we're keeping good form. And that would be my biggest thing going forward. We come over here. We got our leg extensions. 3 sets, 10. With the 7 partials to finish out. Then we roll into our curls here, hitting our back of our thigh, or our hammies, I meant. 3 sets of 10 with 7 partials. I've been doing this too with the double legs for a little while now. I may be going back to the ISOs. Not too sure. You know, everything's been moving and grooving pretty good. I may keep the doubles if I'm being honest, just because I want to, you know, practice on keeping my legs in sync for things. Especially just like, you know, when I do my squat in a sense and deadlift, you know, you're driving with your legs in sync. So I just want to keep practicing on that. You know, driving everything in sync. You know, it's not nothing that I got to work on, but it's just the, you know, practice makes perfect. So the more you can practice it, you know, the more perfect I'm going to be at it. Then you come over here, we got our open the gates, 3 sets of 12. You know, try and not give you guys the money shot as best as possible. Pause. Why is leg day so sus, man? Jesus. I would like usually ain't like this, fellas. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a different mode. You know what I mean? Either way, 3 sets of 12. With a close them. Either way, you know, with this machine, the weight has been going up now. I've been getting a little bit more comfortable with it. You know, for a while I was being very hesitant and not wanting to, you know, push it too far on this. You know, because like I said, more is better. Less is more with this. You know, so by doing a little bit less, sometimes, you know, it's a little bit more, because you can really go a little too hard sometimes and feel it in your groin for the next few days. You know. Let me come over here. We got our isolated lunges here, 3 sets of 12 each leg. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this has been like 1-2, like where I got away from form. You know, when I was speaking about form and stuff. You know, just, you know, I was speaking more generally with the compound list, but this was seriously one where, like, you know, I kind of get a little crazy with the form, because sometimes I mule kick that thing right to the back, and just like, you know, I keep control, but like in a sense, I'm just mule kicking that thing back, and like not focusing on like controlling it on the way down as much. That's the one thing I will say about this machine, that I gotta catch myself, because like when I'm in a rush and I feel like I gotta go fast, you know, I'm not flinging the weight, but like this machine, I do maybe fling a little bit. Either way though, we come in here, we got our partial squats, 3 sets of 15. You know, just working on the top end of our squat, like the part, you know, especially too of like where the deadlift, where you finally, you know, drive your legs on the top end there. Like this is really what this is kind of working in a sense. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, but like I never found a correlation for it. You know, I kind of just did it, one of those things, until, you know, now I kind of see like it helps with explosion. Let me come over here. We got 4 sets of 12 with our calf raises, seated calf raises. I really didn't know, too, that people got so butthurt over seated versus standing. I really didn't. I thought calf raises were calf raises here, guys. But either way, I guess everyone's trying to tell me calf raises are better than seated. But either way, this is what I got at my gym. This is what I'm using. I could obviously do standing ones with a plate and shit. But, like, listen, I worked my ass off all throughout this leg day. I think I can sit down and do some calf raises. Either way, 3 sets of 10 on the incline here, sit up. I will say I didn't get to my, you know, leg raises for core after this, because it was just swamped over there. And of course we only got the one machine, and freaking someone just kept using it. So, you know, I'm not gonna wait all day. And you know, I did cut one workout that I didn't want to, or that I did want to get to. But, you know, either way, fellas, we made the most of this. Really just focused on doing it nice, slow, and controlled, knowing that I wasn't going to get on it. You know, so just, you know, making sure I'm doing the most when I can.
Fellas, pump check. Oh, hold up. Look at this. Alrighty, fellas, I'll catch you guys at the truck. Alrighty, fellas, so that's a wrap on today's leg day. Not gonna lie, felt very good. Definitely put up some big boy weight, which felt great. Putting up 315, you know what I mean? I wish I would have got to do a little bit more with 315, but you know, the plate slid, so whatever. I guess you just deal with it. You know, I'm not gonna lie, dude. You're getting like freaking huge in this right now. Wow. That's crazy. Either way, sorry. That was a little getting sidetracked. But either way, you know, I think in a general sense the workout was great. You know, we did push it. I'm not gonna lie, I felt good coming back to the home gym after last week of just lifting over at the ladies gym. You know, it was very nice to come here and, you know, just lock in and just, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, she motivates me, honestly, like in different ways. I've found it, but like honestly, to like just, you know, a little change in pace, you know what I mean? Lock in, just be by yourself, you know what I mean? Like one of those things, like it really sends to another level. And I'm not gonna lie, listen, I'm not gonna be that guy, but I think the weights weigh a little bit more in my gym. I'm just gonna say. Either way, though, you know, fellers, you know, we'll be getting it after it all week. It's only Tuesday, so, you know, got a whole rest of the week to record, fellers. So I don't even know what's in store, but best believe stay posted. I'll see you guys on the flip. Hey, fellas, I just got off work. It is Friday. Currently heading home right now. But I'm heading home actually to go hit the home gym. And, you know, we're going to be hitting a little bit of everything. You know, whether it's squatting, deadlifting, and benching. Best believe I think this is the video where we do all three and you know, put a little pedal to the metal, you know what I mean? I want to go chase some shit. Don't really know what we're doing, but you know, best believe we're gonna be getting after it. But I'm on my way home right now, you know, so I'll see you guys on the flip.
Yes, sir, ski. Yes, sir, ski. Yeah, I took a year off, now I'm back better. Wrote a couple love letters, same shit with a hoe with no words. So I smoke a lot of dope, party like a rock star, scheming to get rich, just speaking on life. Yeah, just speaking on life. Up in a rap, pressed up on the gas. Yeah, I took a year off, now I'm back better. Wrote a couple love letters, same shit with a hoe with no words. So I smoke a lot of dope, party like a rock star, scheming to get rich, just speaking on life. Holidays never the same, talk to Gramps on the phone, still got high hopes of coming home. My people living life up in the feds. I got a feeling I come from something, you come from nothing. Weight on my shoulders gets greater as I'm older. Got a generation to uphold, like my future son, my daughter. Never wanna hear daddy broke, he sold his soul to a hoe. Nah, that's why I don't play no games, never still the same, man. Years go by, I'm not just passing time. No one was here, late nights shed a tear. Hard work in the dark, lonely nights in the car. Yeah, I took a year off, now I'm back better. Wrote a couple love letters, same shit with a hoe with no words. So I smoke a lot of dope, party like a rock star, scheming to get rich, just speaking on life. Yeah, just speaking on life. Up in a rap, pressed up on the gas. Yeah, I took a year off, now I'm back better. Wrote a couple love letters, same shit with a hoe with no words. So I smoke a lot of dope, party like a rock star, scheming to get rich, just speaking on life. Stab me with a dagger, doesn't really fucking matter. Built for this life, built in this life. Stone cold, whole heart, really family fuck up. But I'll shut up, I don't speak on nothing. Yeah, I took a year off, now I'm back better. Wrote a couple love letters, same shit with a hoe with no words. So I smoke a lot of dope, party like a rock star, scheming to get rich, just speaking on life. Hey, yeah, whoa, hey, yeah, check in. standing on business cause I really don't care. Could've took that song down, but I really don't care. Yeah, stand on my word cause I really don't care how you think I felt, but you really didn't care. I've been standing on business cause I really don't care. Could've took that song down, but I really don't care. Yeah, stand on my word cause I really don't care how you think I felt, but you really didn't care. Yeah, it's been a real long while, still speaking on the past, even though it didn't last. I done got a bag, didn't let it faze me. You just played me, still mad at me. You know I'm doing something right, really leveled up, now I kick the cup. Yeah, as the years go by, I can't lie, you still in the same place, drowning in the dark energy. So I understand when you see me, you can't handle that I done better. Yeah, I ran it up, yeah, I got in my bag and out of my feels. Come and catch me at the bank and we are not the same. Yeah, I just freestyled off the top. I've been standing on business cause I really don't care. Could've took that song down, but I really don't care. Yeah, stand on my word cause I really don't care how you think I felt, but you really didn't care. I've been standing on business cause I really don't care. Could've took that song down, but I really don't care. Yeah, stand on my word cause I really don't care how you think I felt, but you really didn't care. Hey, yeah, whoa, yeah, and you really don't care. Yeah, so I really don't care. It's fuck you and fuck everybody. If I give you time, is it worth my mind? Common pressure on the line, pushing heat, cooking beef, smoking weed. Catch a feeling off of me, commas on the check, but you know it's on the next. Building up the stress, got another ex, so I son and get it checked, can't stop success. Now they mad at me, going out bad for me. Keep the energy, just another enemy. Rolling with the squad, always on hot. In the car, rolling with my six, that's my clique. Home is Buffalo, cold to the stone. Born in a storm, bad to the bone. When I'm in my zone and I'm all alone, free my mind, phone decline, D&D, don't disturb. If I give you time, is it worth my mind? Common pressure on the line, pushing heat, cooking beef, smoking weed. Catch a feeling off of me, commas on the check, but you know it's on the next. Building up the stress, got another ex, so I son and get it checked, can't stop success. Crack another pack, roll me up a wood. Pressure pushing kush, gave me cushion, sipping, lay back. Money on the mind, heart on her. Body wants sleep, haven't even eat. Looking like a twig, bigger things than me. Got it on fleet with the whole team. Life is like a dream, ask me what I mean. When I beat the case, party at the base. And I
fellas, that's a wrap on the vid. You know, we got 2 full lifts in. I know I did say I was gonna, go bench, squat, and deadlift, and do all the little shebang. But, I kind of got in there. After I got home, I actually took a nap, then lifted. So, after my nap, I refueled, and I'm like, you know what? I want to hit an actual lift. Like, something in me just felt I didn't do enough to earn, like, a day where I can just go do chest, bench, squat, and deadlift. Like, I just had to go in there and kind of do, like, a little chest day type thing, honestly, because I just wasn't feeling it, But either way, fellas, just stay hustling. And, pretty soon, I feel like I'm going to start, throwing implements of, obviously I've been doing squat one day, deadlift one time, stuff like that. But eventually, pretty soon, I want to start, doing all of them, the whole shebang in one, you know what I mean? It definitely takes a lot of setting up, but at the same time, it's something that I want to do, you know what I mean? So it's all worth it in the grand scheme. But either way, fellas, we did go ride the bike, top out the weekend. But I'll catch you guys. I appreciate it. If you made it this far, please leave a like, subscribe, And, you know, as always, stay hustling, stay grinding, stay focused. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.